Hello and welcome everybody to the final early access Final Fantasy draft video. Shout out to Wizards of the Coast. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share this Final Fantasy experience with all of you. Let's do one last draft and see where this goes before, of course, the release event, which will be happening tomorrow. Or actually today, but this video comes out the day of the release. Anyways, let's hop into this draft and see how this goes. Jumbo Cactuar, 7 mana for a 1/7 plant. Whenever this creature attack, okay, well, it's not good. There's no way to give this unblockable either. There's also four uncommons. Excalibur. Whenever you gain life, put a charge counter on this. This gets +1/+1 counter for each charge counter on Excalibur. Okay, so maybe there's like some kind of life gain deck where this is good. There is Vaughn, Aspiring Sky Pirate. 3 mana for a 2/2 haste. When this attacks, you make a treasure. When you sack a treasure, Vaughn gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Seems pretty good. There's also Glot, King of the Dwarves, which is pretty good too. Whenever this or another dwarf you control enters, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. I'm going to take this over... Look, I think these gold multicolor cards are quite nice, but I'm going to take the Vaughn just because it's a proactive card that goes in any red deck, and that just gives me a lot more flexibility, I think. All right, well, now I could have had double Shantoto, but anyways, that was then, this is now. What do I want? Well, there's plenty of good uncommons here to choose from. There's 5. For common, Sephiroth's Intervention seems to be the best removal spell, but for me, I'm looking at Realms Sketching and Shantoto Tactician Magician. This card was absolutely phenomenal in the decks that I've been playing with it so far. Now, Realm Sketching is a little more flexible because I don't need to be red. I can just be blue, and this can just end up in any of my decks. But this card was really good for me. I took Captain Lannery Storm because if I wanted to go red-white or something, that would have been better, but... yeah, let's take Shantoto. Do I wish I took... I don't know. Okay, and now look, we have Garland and Lock Cole. It's kind of awkward, right? So I think Lock Cole is maybe, potentially, it's close though. I think it's potentially a better card than Garland, but I'm going to take Garland because if I take Lock Cole, I can't play either of my first 2 picks, and I think they're close enough in power level where I could consider going into black-red here with the Garland instead of the Lock Cole. But we're just taking signposts and seeing where things go. I wish I took Sephiroth's Intervention. But we'll see. I'm just kind of feeling like beating down. Well, but we'll see. We'll see where this goes. I guess if I felt like beating down, I shouldn't have taken Shantoto. All right, Stroke of Midnight is no good. Gallus Van Baelsar can be interesting. Fire Magic, I'm not a big fan of. It's just like, I don't know. Pyroclasm effects I've never generally been a fan of. It's a good sideboard card, especially against the Magitech Infantry deck. So for me, I'm looking at Hecht Eyes or Gaius Van Baelsar. And I actually think Hecht Eyes is better, so I'm going to take it here. I do. This is just a really strong 2-mana card, I think. All right, moving on to pack 1, pick 5. There is Dovin's Veto, which I don't care about. Quina, Coup Gourmet is just whatever here. Zidane is interesting if I wanted to splash it. Ice Magic rather, is a pretty good removal spell to go with these cards that I have. Or I could just take like a Black Mage's Rod and move into just some kind of like black-red aggro deck. I want to try that. I feel like this thing can be pretty good. We get to keep our curve kind of low and just see maybe if black-red is where we want to... Ooh, another Garland? Let's go. Self-Destruct is just a fling. There is Vaughn, Street Thief, Scouts, Pirates, and Rogues. What's funny is I have another pirate here. This is a wizard. Whenever you cast a spell you don't own... I mean, it's just hard for Scouts, Pirates, and Rogues to connect, right? And I just feel like Garland is just generally better. It's just cheaper. So let's take it. But that is a good sign because it tells me that red is probably open. So maybe black-red aggro is something we can do here. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum is a decent removal spell. LSV likes this card. Shuffle your library to mill 4 cards. Put each creature card milled this way onto the battlefield. They gain haste. In like a red-green big deck, big creature deck, I think it's good. A promise fulfilled. I'm going to take Fang. It's still early enough where if I have some ways to return things out of my graveyard, or if I get some flashback, I think there's some upside there. So let's take the Fang here. I mean, it could end up not making my deck. Vincent's Limit Break is actually a very, very decent combat trick, especially if I'm looking to be black-red aggro. And every now and then, you just kill your opponents because you just like play the Hellmasker mode and then just deal 7 damage out of nowhere. It also works really nicely with Hectize, just because you trade up with something and then it comes back and they discard a card. Wow, I did not expect Guillote. I'm going to say Guillote. Otherwise, my kids are just going to have a field day. But yeah, this pack is pretty weak. I'll take it, I guess. I don't think I'm going to play it, though. All right, we saw some red cards. We saw 2 Garlands. Seeing some black cards, not a million. But this feels like more or less where we want to be. Now it's interesting. There's a Threaten and a black-red tap land. And the Threaten can really be... like, especially if I'm aggro... if you may attach an equipment you control. You know what? I'm going to take this over to black-red land. I'm black-red. There's going to probably be some sacrifice effects. But if I'm just super aggressive as well, and I have like a little bit of sacrifice, I think that's enough to make the Threaten be good enough here. And yeah, wow, 3 playable cards at the end. Now, normally I really like Resentful Revelation, but I'm going to take the Undercity Dire Rat just because I feel like this deck wants to just be a little more proactive. Black-red beats. This is my beatdown phase. This is my my beatdown moment. Also, there's a chance I don't play this card either. Wow, I almost took this the first time. Okay. Certainly not a Pyroclasm deck when all my creatures are small. But yeah, black seems really open. And then we have these 2 cards on the right. I guess I don't know how good Hectize is in this deck. Also could use some more spells here, potentially. We'll see. Come on, let me just get a good black or red card. We did not get one. There is a Barnabas Tharmir. Crom. It's a 5-mana 4/4 flying haste. Is this worthwhile on the splash? I don't know. There's also a Sleep Magic. There's a Crossroads Village. There's a Barret. It's a 4-mana 4/4 reach. It deals damage equal to the number of equipped creatures you control to defending player. I mean, what am I even taking here? This is just like all medium. I guess I'll just try this card. I mean, it's just like, it's a 4-mana 4/4, I guess. But it is not exciting at all, let me just say. You know what's exciting, though? Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt is an exciting card, and I'm happy to have this in my deck. Let's take it over another Barret and a Fang. I mean, Thrum of the Vestige. There you go. Thrum of the Vestige. All right, again, I don't really like Self-Destruct as a card. Now there's a Squall. Ooh, that card is really nice. I like how there's 2 legendary creatures that are both 4-mana 3/4s that give you double strike whenever creature you control attacks alone. That doesn't... I don't like that too much. Anyways, this card's very strong, but we're pretty clearly committed to being a black-red deck at this point. So, and black-red decks typically don't really want to splash. There's also Judge Magister Gabranth, which is also fantastic. There's Hectize, and there's Summon GF Ifrit. Just take another Hectize, I guess. Like I said, I just think this card's great. All right, moving on to Pack 2, Pick 4. There's a 2-mana 2/2 haster with some upside versus a GF Ifrit, which I don't think is a super high pick. Namazu Trader, I don't care about. Rydia is a nice landfall card, but yeah, let's just... We're just beaten down. Oh, wow, Dark Confidant, Pack 2, Pick 5. This is what we started with in Sealed deck, and this looks like an excellent Dark Confidant deck. All right. This is looking exciting. Look at my curve. Have you seen my 2-drops? Let me introduce you to my 2-drops. I definitely need more spells, though. I have lots of creatures. You know, some removal. Maybe another Vincent's Limit Break would be nice. Fang is looking absolutely like it's garbage tier here. I guess it is not bad with Vincent's Limit Break, right? Because it like hits the graveyard and comes back into play. It still might not be enough, though. But with double Hecht Eyes, Vincent's Limit Break seems reasonable. All right, what do I have here? Graha Tia, that's a cool card. You know, normally I haven't been taking this card, but maybe in this deck, like my curve is kind of low. It's a seize opportunity and I need spells, so let's take it. Look, if there's a time to try Opera Love Song, it's with this deck, right? Just make sure I play it like on turn 4 or 5 when I can make sure I can play everything out of my hand. Look at this. 5 mana for a 5/5. Should I go mono black? I don't think I'm going to do that. Here we have Queen Bran. This is a deck where the Queen can be good. Or Phantom Train. You know, I'd rather have a 3-drop. Let's take the Queen. Okay. Oh, now this is interesting. Do I take Corner by Black Mages or Haste Magic? I have not been impressed by this card at all. I'm going to take Haste Magic. Double black is just really tough. And my deck doesn't even have a million spells. So I'd rather take the spell, like, you know what I mean? Like, I have 4 spells right now that I'm reasonably happy playing. Sleep Magic this late is kind of criminal. I'll take Crossroads Village, I guess, just for some mana fixing. I'll play it too, probably. Oh, I'll take Vincent's Limit Break over Barrett Wallace for sure. Okay. I mean, in fact, I might not even play this Barrett Wallace. This one I'm going to play just for, like, science. Because this is, like I said, this is just a 4/4. Self-destruct, wow, black-white. Oh well. Too late now. That ship has sailed. We are Dark Confidant beatdowns. More spells. You know, I actually don't mind this card. I think. You could do worse. If you need a 3-drop, it's fine. You rummage twice. It gets you some mana. I don't know. Alright, Water Crystal. Alright, people in this draft are smart. They know that Water Crystal, or most of the crystals in general, are not particularly strong. Summon Primal Garuda. Deals 4 damage to a tap creature, and then gives things flying. I'm assuming I'm just taking this. Equip creatures you control have haste. It's a 3-mana 3/3. I have no equipment in my deck. I don't want to take Sabatender. Diamond Weapon is cool, but it's not what I'm doing. There's Fang, but this doesn't... You know what? I'm just going to take a 3-mana 3/3, and every now and like anything with Job Select gets better. So let's just play it here. All right, moving on here. Ooh, a lot of black-green cards. A Cloud of Darkness. Zach is good. Mughals Valor could be really interesting. I'm looking for black and red cards here, though. There is a Prompto Argentum, but I'm really looking for more spells at this point, and I don't even have a lot of ways to actually make treasures, so I don't think this is particularly good. As much as I dislike Cornered by Black Mages, I think I'm going to take it here. Don't think I have enough sacrifice for that. And these are in case I need filler cards. Oh, this card is... Ooh, Thunder Magic too? And Hecht Eyes? Okay. Well, it's mostly Thunder Magic versus Summon Brynhildir. I'm taking Brynhildir. Thunder Magic's good, but... Come on. I gotta take the rare 2-drop, right? Like, it's not even a question. Let's take the thing that rummages. Keep our curve low. Rakdos Beatdowns. Okay, pack 3, pick 4 gives us Sephiroth's Intervention, Haste Magic, Opera Love Song and Side Quest, Hunt the Mark. I don't know if I believe in this card. I think I'd rather just have the instant speed over something like this. I think in my deck especially, I just want the instant speed spell. So, all right, now our spells are looking pretty decent. I'm not sure about these two, but I mean, I guess I don't really have that many other options, and I should try them at least. What's our creature count? 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Could use more creatures. What the hell is this rare that I'm not drafting? Tella, Great Sage, 5 mana, 3/3. When you cast a non-creature spell, make a 1/1 token. If 4 or more mana was spent, draw 2 cards. Okay, it is a 5 mana, 3/3 though. Okay. Anyways, we'll take the Queen. Just a really solid beatdown creature. With 7 spells in our deck, not bad. Bunch of tricks. Ways to pump my things. Okay, what do we have here? Green-black certainly seemed open, and seeing a lot of red-white stuff too. There is a Resentful Revelation, Haste Magic, or Mysidian Elder. I don't think I have enough spells for this card to be particularly strong, so I think it's between one of these two. All right. Let's try Haste Magic and see where this goes. Man, so many Signpost cards. Oh, Black Mage's Rod I like. Okay. I mean, this feels like a 16-lander. So, with the Crossroads Village for better mana fixing, our curve is super low. All right. All right. This looks good. Lock it in. 16 creatures. Super low curve. Don't care about any of these. I guess I'll take Fight On for my best of 3 sideboard. All right, so self-destruct I don't need. This doesn't feel like a Fang deck. Don't think it's an unexpected... Oh. Do I have a lot of 4-mana spells? Like, I don't think I want another Prompto Argentum. I'm actually just going to take the Black-Red Town. That way I can just cut the Crossroads Village. Yeah. I think I'm going to do that. Just infinite 2-drops, by the way. This doesn't feel like a Laughing Mad deck. I mean, this is just objectively better than the other town. So, let's just play it like this. Wow. Complete even split. I have no idea. I mean, I have a double black card, I guess. Let's just cut a red, I guess. All right. 16 lands. Our mana curve is 2.4. We have Dark Confidant, which can help us find a card that we need. Brynhild also will do that. I mean, this is just a super low curve deck. I like 16 lands, I think, for this deck. All right, this is exciting. I have a bunch of these combat tricks, and I'm not sure how they're going to play out, but we'll see. We'll science it up. 16 creatures, beatdowns. I like it. I like it. All right, now before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying all of this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support, as it truly means a lot and allows me to continue making all of this content. Access to the Patreon will give you access to my Discord channel, which I think is a really, really great opportunity to join an amazing community of folks looking to improve at Limited Magic as well. It's really busy, really active. Everybody just all talking about Final Fantasy stuff, and everybody just trying to get a step up on the competition, so check it out. All right, well, you know what? We have 4 lands and a bunch of cards we can play. Oh my gosh, I just realized. Turn 2 Brynhildir into turn 3 Queen Braun is pretty sweet. Because it gets haste. Okay, let's play the tap land. But being on the draw, of course, is also just like worse. I'm not sure how this card works, so I'm going to play it and see what happens. Oh, it's a garland. How does this work? Bard's Bow. Okay. A 3/3 is just not cool, by the way. A 3/3 is certainly not cool. So I can play this and give it haste. I guess that's fine. And then at some point I can just return it. Sure. Like for 7 mana, this just comes back. So this drew me a card. It didn't get to do any damage though. Alright, G Ifrit. Okay. So the next creature gets haste, is that right? You know, I'm gonna just play this and attack. Because the way I look at it, if they don't block, I just keep making tokens. So it's not like the best use of my mana, obviously, but I still think it's pretty good. Wow, they discarded Chocobo Kick. Their hand must be really good. Summon Titan. Okay. Wow. Alright, fair enough. How many lands are in the graveyard? Just one? I mean, this thing hits so hard. So right now it just milled cards, so it didn't really do that much. So I think I'm just going to kill it. It did mill Sorceress's Schemes. So it did do something, but... Samurai Katana, okay. Hit me for 3, sure. Alright, Opera Love Song, okay. Let's play Black Mage's Rod. Alright. You know, this is not... I'm not doing the best job of just, like, pinging my opponent, but it is what it is. Are they really considering hitting me for 5? Okay. Alright. It tramples? Okay. Okay. Woo! Oh, we drew Dark Confidant too? Okay, what does this say? You may play those cards until your next end step. Wow, they just scooped? Oh my gosh. I was gonna ping them for so much there. Like, I even had a Dark Confidant in my hand. Okay, you know what? I believe. I'm a believer in this deck. Granted, my opponent didn't really put up that much resistance, but still. In theory, this deck is pretty sweet. Or maybe it actually is sweet. We'll see. Alright, on the play here. Yep, certainly keeping this hand. 2 swamps and a mountain and just a bunch of creatures. Garland, Queen Brawn, Gaius, Van Baelsar. It's a sweet name. Alright, our opponent mulliganed. Tonberry. Okay. Gubu Gardener. Sure. Attack. I don't care about the queen right now. I think I just want to do this and pitch Prompto Argentum. And see what happens. Ooh, Vincent's Limit Break is interesting. Alright, tap land here. Tonberry probably attacks me, right? First strike, Death Touch. They might kill Garland here. Another Gardener. Okay. Oh, what do I discard? Gaius Van Baelsar looks pretty bad here, right? All right. This adds mana. Do I even attack? Uh-oh. Jumbo Cactuar. I guess I got a block. That is hilarious. Do I want Captain Lannery Storm? Probably not. Not right now. So for 3 mana, it's a 5/2. Oh, Jumbo Cactuar. That's amazing. Okay. So I don't really need to do anything here. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16? It's not quite lethal. Gotta think. All right. If they give it trample, I'm just dead, right? Okay. Garland and Queen Braun. It's not ideal. Okay. Queen Braun was a horrible hit. Oh my gosh. Okay. Namazu Trader. That's a 3/4. Okay. Giselle Greens. Okay. Okay. So I can make a big flyer. The thing is, I think they're just blocking everything. So 5/5. If I just chump block, I'm okay, right? And then use Vincent's limit break. Oh no, that doesn't change how... Well, I will have a black... Oh, yeah, okay. Sure. How do I kill my opponent here? I turned this into a 7-2 and I drained them for 1, right? I think that's how I do it. I mean, I'm just going for the win here, that's all. Okay. Chocobo card. Okay. Boom! Whew! Sorry, King Gex. No Cact War shenanigans for you. Although these games aren't really going as smoothly as I anticipated. Maybe some of these tricks are not as good as I thought. Maybe. Alright, opponent on the play. Oh, I forgot about Furion. Do I even have any equipment? I guess I have a couple of Black Mage's rods. Undercity Diaret. Okay. Oof. Oh man, I've been sitting here now. It is 9. I've been recording for 11 hours. Okay? I've been recording for 11 hours. Oof. It's a lot. It's a lot. What? All right, I'll take it. Shambling Huzza-Wuzza? Okay. Each player sacrifices a creature token of their choice. Beatdowns. Okay. Heck ties, okay. Sure. Whenever a non-token equipment you control enters, create a token that's a copy of it, except... Oh. Okay. I'm not really sure what's going to happen here, but I'm going to attack with everything. They have 1 mana up. Boom. Non-token creature or a creature. Let's do creature. All right. All right, that was pretty good. I told you I wasn't sure what was going to happen. They lost. That's what happened. I attacked, played some things. Woo, that rare, by the way, I just thought it gave a haste. It's pretty good with that black, the black thing that I had, the 2-drop. All right, 3-0. Just accidentally stumbling into wins. All right, we are on the play. I have 2 lands and some 3-drops. I guess I'll keep. I don't love it, but hopefully a turn 3 Captain Lannery Storm will help. A land off the top would be good, or a 2-drop. Okay, that was a land. I like that. So depending on what they play, I will play Van or something else. I will play Van. Or Vaughn, however you want to do it. Attack! Okay, I will sack this treasure and kill the gardener. Hey, I will take that trade every time, right? I will take that trade every time. Trading a treasure for a gardener. That is a good trade for me. All right, Vincent's Limit Break should be really good with the Van. Vaughn? Van? I don't know. Whoa! Resentful Revelation, turn 3? Bold. Bold maneuver. Okay. Oh, wow. What a draw. Let's attack. And I will use the mana immediately, so I can play the Queen and play Garland. Yeah, this is... Like, obviously I don't get that. But and not only that, I have 2 tricks. I have 3 tricks in my hand with this board. Like, how are you gonna... I mean, I suppose you can kill one of my things, but they all generate value in some way. Liking this spot here. This is like a mini Rebellious Strike. Kind of. Cut Rub Forayer. Okay. Okay. What to do? Pretty easy attack with everything, I'd say. So Haste Magic doesn't save it. So I think I want to go with Vincent's Limit Break here. Boom, 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 boom. It's just another 3/3. Alright, I guess I'll take it. Van comes back. Play a land. Pass. They're at 11 life. I just don't see how they can win this. Unless they play like a sweeper. If they play a sweeper, they can of course get us. But I have the ability to just like spread around 7 extra power from my spells. And I have... This is a 4 power creature, and this is prowess. Okay, I mean, that is a good card. It's for 4? Okay. I'm pretty sure they're just dead. I was gonna say it's it's bad flavor that this doesn't give haste, but then I read it again and it gives haste. Yeah. So if they block Garland, I mean they're mega dead. Okay. I mean they have a cool like, you know, graveyard whatever, but we're just beat downs. Kaboom! Sure, I'll take that. Alright, well that one wasn't particularly close. It's like, I mean, this is what I meant. I think I said it in yesterday's video, where I was basically saying, like, if people are going to be playing, like, 2 mana, look at the top 3 cards, put a card into your hand, or 2 mana, surveil 1, draw a card in their decks, make them pay. Beat them down. And what's really interesting is, typically, I don't find the aggro deck or do the aggro thing until later on in the format. But I don't know. You know, sometimes you get a 7th pick Dark Confidant and things just fall on your lap. Alrighty, on the play here, I have a Lightning Bolt and a 2-drop. I'm in. I am so in. Our opponent mulliganed, which makes Hectize even better. I mean, there's like no 1-drop, right? Ooh. Well, Black Mage's Rod is certainly a better play turn 2 than Hectize. I can play this later. This thing hits harder. Okay. Which land do I want to discard? I have the double black card, but I have a lot of red cards in my hand. Whatever. Okay, well. Swamp was clearly the correct play, said the Paul. Firian Wild Rose Warrior. Okay. Let's discard another Swamp. Okay. Let's just kill that. Attack. Hectize. Okay. What you got for me? Vivi. That's a good one. That's also a really good one. Holy cow. 1 red mana. I don't really want to mess around with this. I'm just going to kill this. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just don't want to mess around with things. Yeah, they're at 2. Next turn, like, they can't kill both of my creatures, and I'll Haste Magic for the win. Alright, gold 1! Like, I could have used Haste Magic, but then if they have the shock, it gets really awkward. So I just, given that I drew that removal spell, we are 5-0 with our sweet, sweet Rakdos beatdown deck. What the? I'm playing against somebody who's platinum. They have been, I thought I was going hard. Granted, I was like editing videos and doing all this other stuff on the side, but still. That means they're a gamer. Like, I've been winning at a decent rate, and I'm still just gold 1. They're plat 3, I think. Alright, let's play Garland. Need a 3rd land here. That would be ideal. Or not. Until your next end step? All right, no land is kind of unfortunate, but whatever. Instant ramen it is. Should I have just fired this off to try to hit a land? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I should have. No, I definitely should have. Whatever. Luke Stadium. I made fun of this card. What do you do? Put a point counter whenever this creature deals combat damage to you. Remove a point whenever creature... Okay, sure. Whatever. Definitely don't want that. I want... What the hell? I wanted to hit a land. I guess I will accept our Confidant. But no land off of the top 3? We surveilled as well. We drew 4 cards. We kept a 2-lander and then like... Yeah, that's sad. 5 draw steps? 5 draw steps? 47, 33... No, 6 draw steps. We missed the land. That's not good. Ring of the... What is happening? Did they break the format? Did they break the format? Is that what's happening here? I swear to God, if I don't draw a land here, I'm gonna... Okay? I didn't draw a land. I am very upset. I am very upset. Okay, we'll keep that. Commune with... What is happening here? Okay. Ignis Scientia. Okay. Okay. I mean, their deck looks sweet, I will say. Okay, they're at 4. I hit a bunch of lands, so hopefully this is good. I have Haste Magic, Diamond Weapon, whew, and Torgal. Okay. So I drew Van into Mountain. So let's go Mountain. How much mana do they have? Do they have any mana? They're just dead, right? Okay. I mean, they pulled a lot of shenanigans here. This was like peak Dirtle. But I guess our Rakdos beatdown deck were still able... Like, they just didn't play anything meaningful. And I had, like, the right removal spells on time. Okay. I mean, this might... Like, it does feel like this could be the best deck that I've drafted so far. We had a 5-0 run, but we are 6-0 in, like, 30 minutes. This is nuts. All right, here we go. Playing for the trophy. Will this get me to plat? I'm not sure. We'll see. All right, opponent on the play, so that's not great, but my hand is not bad. I have a couple of Hekdais, Black Mage's Rod. Let's see what they are. Blue-white artifacts, I guess. So my hand is not as good against blue-white artifacts, but obviously it depends on what they play. A lot of options here, it seems. Cargo ship, okay. Wow, the fact that they had other good plays other than cargo ship turn 2 is very scary. I'm just gonna say. Very scary. Adalbert Steiner. Okay. Okay, drew a swamp. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. I mean, our hand is pretty good. We'll see what happens here. Fortunately, they didn't have a 2-mana artifact to follow up the Steiner, which is good for us. Wow, they discarded Ice Magic, so their hand is obscene. Oh, this card is ridiculous. During your turn, it makes a thing. 6 mana, exile. Okay, yeah. Wait, this gets flying. What the hell are you, Dion? You need to chill out there, buddy. Dion. Dion. That is outrageous, what you just did. It's a 4-mana 3/3 that makes a 2/2. And then you flip it over and everything is obscene. That seems not fair. So I just need to kill that, don't I? I'm gonna hope they don't have a counterspell here. Sid? Holy cow. Yeah, this is brutal. Alright, well, let's kill Dion. I need to just keep my life total high, so I'm gonna just block here. Alright, they have a flyer. Rough spot here, friends. Their hand is loaded too, because they've been missing land drops. Valkyrie aerial unit. Oh man. What do I do? I mean, I just need to find action, so... Like, removal would be good. Paladin arms, okay. Okay, sure. So 3 in the air. At least they're only really attacking with the flyers, right? I guess it also depends on how aggressive they want to be here. Okay. Like, if they attack with everything, I can just block. Oh, that gets pumped because it's an equipment, huh? Yeah, that's not great. I guess I'll double block Sid. Alright, we're at 7. Let's play Bob. I need an answer to this flyer. That's the problem. Yep. 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 Dead. Bob, you betrayed me. You betrayed me, Bob. All right. You know what? It's okay. We just get more content this way. We just get more content this way. Now we'll be on the play. We'll have a good draw. We'll have the right combat tricks on time, and everything will be okay. For what it's worth, I think my opponent played very well that game. Played around basically everything that I could have had. All right, 3 shots at a trophy. Come on. All right, we lost once there. I think this is also a good player. But you know what? It's okay. You know why? We are also a good player, right? Oh no, we drew all of our loose tricks. Our mediocre tricks. Okay, well, you know what? Turn 2, Bob. Let's give this a whirl. They mulliganed. All right. This opera love song has felt kind of mediocre, I will say. They kept the 1-lander. Okay. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Did they really keep a 1-lander? Well, if they kill the Bob and I don't draw a land, then it's not great for me still. Town Greeter. Okay. Hey, they hit a land. Oh, so they kept the 1-lander with a Town Greeter? Sure. Getting the town gains you 2 life, which is pretty good. We hit a 3-drop, and we hit a tap land. Okay. Let's play the Dire Rat. Play a tap land. Pass. All the conditional spells on the planet. Summon Fenrir is very good. Oof. Okay. Oh, this makes sense why they kept this hand. I mean, their deck looks fantastic. Okay, hit a land, which is great. And a Heck dies, which is also not bad. How do I want to approach this? Let's get aggro. Alright, hit a land, that's great. Alright, and then let's play land, and then let's play Hectice. This just makes my cornered by black mages also much better. So, just like utilize... Like, I just felt like this turn, it was really important for me to try to double spell there, right? Instead of playing like a Hectice or a Nefrit, so we'll see. Alright, they discarded the swamp that we know about. They now get a +1/+1 counter on their next creature. This card's great. Reminds me of like Weather Seed Treaty or something. Okay, Town Greeter, sure. Reno and Rude, eject. So they're black-green with a light blue splash, it seems. Town Greeter number 2. Wow. Do you like having cards in your deck, friend? Just asking for a friend. Just wondering. I mean, I'm still just going to attack, just based on all my combat tricks here. Alright, Prompto, I mean, this is just like a million creatures. They have 4 cards in hand. Okay. That's fine. Let's play Garland. Let's play Summon Ifrit. Let's discard this guy. And pass. Just feel like having more tricks here is pretty good. Dark, I got Dark Confidant going as well. Like, they're getting lands. We're drawing, like, actual cards off of Bob. But, of course, they have 5 cards in hand, so we'll see. Now, if this dies, it's still okay, right? Because I can get this back is a big thing. And they will probably make some favorable blocks for me. But, I mean, we'll see. Cloud of Darkness. That's an excellent one. Okay. What are you going to kill? Bob? Sure. Okay. Well, my hand is just ridiculous. I want more lands for Garland. Sure. What you got for me? I'll keep the queen. All right, so that comes back into play. They discard another card. We have 2 more combat tricks. I wanted to, like, diversify the combat tricks that I had there, which is why I did it like that. And if they wipe the board, my Garland comes in. Okay, Balam T Rexar is certainly good. They're at 14. So let me think here. So they're at 14. If they block Garland, they take 3, 4, plus 7. No, plus 8. 12. Okay, that's lethal, right? 5 mana plus this. So once again, how are they gonna block? They block here. I deal whatever. This should be enough. And they just have to block the biggest, most threatening creature. Sure. That's fine too. 3, 4, 7, 11 plus haste magic. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 damage. What you got, Giuliano? That block makes some sense, yes. I wish I could just show my opponent in my hand. There's a lot on the line here for Giuliano, though. Bam! Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, and bam! Boom! And there you have it, folks! A 7-1! Whew! That is a really excellent way. Didn't quite get to platinum, but I think we did a pretty good job showcasing a lot of different archetypes, which I'm pretty happy about. This was just a solid black-red, really aggressive deck, and we were really able to fully utilize all of our combat tricks. And let me tell you, I was wrong on this card. Like, if you are really aggressive, this card is nice. I mean, you saw what I was able to do here. In some instances, you cast this card and you save your creature. If you have a Hectize, sometimes you can trade up and get a little bit of value, which is nice. But then in the late game, this just is a way to close out the game. Like, this literally dealt 8 damage, right? Because I had an 0-1 token that was unblocked, and I just paid 5 mana to turn it into a 7-2, and that's terrifying. You play against a Rakdos deck, and if you're kind of low and they have more creatures than you, like, you have to be so careful with how you tap your mana, because at any given point, they can just have Vincent's Limit Break. And the tiered nature of the spell is what makes this card so scary, right? This is like a really, really solid combat trick. Now, noting that if you have a deck that makes a lot of tokens, this certainly gets worse because your tokens can't come back into play. But this deck had plenty of creatures, right? This deck had 14 creatures. Like, you want to be heavy on creatures, but this did a lot of work and allowed us to close out games. All the pinging stuff, certainly way, way better in a black-red aggressive shell as opposed to like a black-red control shell. And so I feel like Black Mage's Rod and cornered by Black Mages, like all this chip damage adds up over time when you also just have a deck with a really nice mana curve. Dark Confidant was obviously insane. Now, on the draw against other aggressive decks, it's not great. But it's such a fun card. I'm so happy that I got to play this and draft around it and keep my curve super low. Like most of my cheap things, Bryn Hildir was also pretty solid. Just giving everything haste. I mean, this is just a solid card to play. It replaces itself, right? It just kind of does everything. During any turn you put a lore counter on this saga, you may play that card. Yeah, this card's great. We first picked the Vaughn. Did a lot of work. Just a good hasty creature. Queen Braun. Still unsure. Like, it feels like if there's a deck where this is good, it's this one, right? So I do think it's decent. The Ifrit actually did some work, so it's better than expected. Now, you don't really have to take this very highly, at least early on. But, you know, it's fine. It loots a couple times, right, if it doesn't die. And then it gives you some mana too, so that's pretty good. And then, of course, some of the interaction here was pretty good. My brain never works with regards to your next end step and the other effects, like play this turn. Like, if I play this on my turn, do I get to cast it on my next? Anyways, I'll have to ask. Like, me and Rule sometimes just don't go together very well. And this is a perfect example. Like, you know what? Answer me now. Opera, Love Song, and Haste Magic. If I cast it on my turn, I'm assuming I get to wait until my next turn to play it. So let's say on turn 3, I'm going to miss a land drop. I can just fire off the Love Song, right? And I can potentially cast both cards if it's like a land and a spell. Let me know, because I'm so bad with the rules. Anyways, this is a really sweet deck, a really awesome way to cap off the end of the early access event. And then, of course, today, for all of you, when this video comes out, the actual release of the set will be out. But hopefully, with all these videos that I made ahead of time, this gives you a leg up on the competition, and hopefully this gives you some additional information with how to approach the format. I think aggro feels good. Control also feels decent, but the control decks also need to respect the aggressive decks. If you don't, you're just going to get run over. I mean, this deck just felt really solid. Now, granted, I had a bunch of uncommons, but yeah, I mean, I was really, really happy with how this deck played out. So now I have been officially recording for 12 straight hours while uploading a video. Tonight, I'm going to have to upload the other video to come out on Thursday. And yeah, it's been a long day, but you know what? That's part of the early access event. I do love it. People really, really like this additional content, and I'm happy to do it. And, I put in a lot of work today, but then I get to relax for the next few days. Casually edit some videos until, of course, the actual release event comes out. But yeah, I mean, today was a blast. Sometimes at the end of these, I'm just like on tilt or sad or whatever. I guess it helps that we got the trophy, but I've been having a decent amount of fun. I've been able to successfully draft aggro decks, control decks. I've seen some solid mid-range decks. So it feels like a lot of stuff is available, and there's still a lot of room left to explore what you can do in this format. And I'm really excited to share that journey with all of you. Maybe this is going to be a set where I like it enough and I try to actually go for rank 1. We'll see. But of course, we have the Pro Tour a couple weeks ago, so I have to balance my time between limited and constructed. But I can ramble on and on and on and on. But I really liked how this deck played out. And all I want to say is thank you for watching all of these videos. Hopefully you watch all of these videos. If you've enjoyed all of this content and you wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. It's a long day. I forgot. Normally I do my YouTube plug first, but if you also like these videos, like and subscribe. That certainly helps out a lot. It gives you notifications on whenever I make videos. I make these videos on a daily basis for all of you newcomers. So if you want a draft video every morning at 8 a.m. Pacific, hit that like and subscribe button and those notifications should appear. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you need Final Fantasy boxes, if you need Final Fantasy singles, if you need any singles, check out TCGplayer.com. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before you make any purchases. And last but certainly not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. Look, you need deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes for your release events, your FNMs, your regional championships, or just to sleeve up your commander decks. Heavyplay.com has everything you need. Check them out. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video where I will get to do my first release draft. I'll catch you then.